With public health clearly focused on the COVID pandemic, another health crisis sprung up in the last year, almost unnoticed. Counterfeit painkillers made with deadly amounts of the drug fentanyl started flooding into North Texas. And Jason Allen reports tonight it is killing children, and it's happening often before parents are even aware of the threat.
During the summer of 2020, Kyle Sexton was 16 years old. And when his mother got home from work late on a hot night in July, he was supposed to be there. But Stephanie Halstern couldn't find him.
I literally looked everywhere in my house, like everywhere. In his room, calling his phone.
Something prompted her to check the backyard.
Oh my God, my son's outside on the patio and he's hot and there's something out of his mouth. Oh my God. His lips are purple. I don't think he's breathing. Is he breathing? I don't know how. No, I don't think he's even breathing.
Her only son never woke up.
I just went to my room, my bathroom. That's the safest place I felt, was in the bathroom floor. I had to call my dad and my parents and tell them. I thought when I was recitating that he'd come back.
For months, Halstern had no idea why her son had died. She knew he had experimented with drugs before. They had talked about it. But the toxicology report was a surprise.
It said accidental fentanyl intoxication.
Did you know what that was?
No.
Fentanyl, the painkiller that's as much as 100 times more powerful than morphine, is used to make fake prescription pain pills. They look like the real thing, but a dose of fentanyl, small enough to fit on the point of a pencil, can be fatal. In 2019, there were just a few dozen fentanyl-related deaths in North Texas' largest counties. In 2020, records show deaths tripled, quadrupled, up tenfold in Tarrant County. Since the start of the pandemic last year, COVID-19 has been blamed in the deaths of 10 people in Tarrant County, aged 24 and younger. During the same period, fentanyl has been connected to 40 deaths.
There is a very young population of these people using these pills and that are dying from these pills.
Jeremy Prescott with the Fort Worth Police is on a task force working only on fentanyl cases.
Pretty much every drug dealer that we're dealing with now is selling these pills.
In cases they investigate, their goal is to find the source. The same day a teenager died last month in Parker County, believed to be from a quarter of a fentanyl pill, detectives said they traced the purchase to Ashton Bronson and arrested him the next day. With a generation that buys and sells using social media apps, tracking the drug, though, can be difficult.
Parents don't have the password to get into their kid's phone or the password to get into social media apps. Then we may not even know who they were talking to.
Oh my gosh. That was a shocker. I'm friends with him on Snapchat, but I wasn't seeing the same things that people are posting.
Halstern says she realized too late her son was involved in things she never knew about. She still doesn't know where he got the pills that killed him, but has since become determined to make sure other families don't miss the same signs.
I realized I wasn't alone, and it's happening everywhere.
Investigators say at this point it's impossible to tell the real pills from the fake ones, and that heightens the danger even more. But the officer I talked to for this story said most of what they are finding on the street now is made with fentanyl.
You know, as the dad of a 15 and a 18-year-old right now, you got kids as well. It's so scary. But when we talk about drugs, different drugs in the past, we've all reported on health concerns for decades with drugs, obviously. So this is something that is very, very different in today's world. Why?
Sure, one pill can kill, and that's the phrase that you're going to hear quite a bit from law enforcement, from families who are talking about this, because this isn't one of those drugs that adds up over time and they take more and more, and that's what leads to an overdose. It can happen just the very first time. It's also in that form, a pill form. It's very familiar. It's not threatening. Everyone has taken a pill before, so even kids as young as 11, we found in our digging through the data, have died from this in the past year, Doug.